Awesome. Well, welcome you guys. I'm glad some of you were able to jump on. Those of you that don't know me, my name is Kylie, and I am one of the coaches that's helping to run this Country Heat test group. So I'm excited that a few new faces jumped on, and this is something new. Like, we've never done a call like this with our challenge groups or challengers. And I just, after when we were in Summit a couple weeks, or last week, 2 weeks ago in Nashville, this was one of the things that was brought up and talked about, was just having a call like this where you can, because we're not all local and it's not easy to be like, hey, let's get together Sunday at 4 o'clock and just chat. So this is, hopefully can turn into something where we can come and ask questions, continue to encourage you, and kind of build a relationship and go from there. So some of the things that I wanted to talk about, like I said, we've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. But some of the things I wanted to say beforehand is just that as your coach and as the coaches in the group, we've done these groups before. We've been there. We've all been in challenge groups. We know how awesome they are, but we also know how intimidating they can be when this is your first one. And so I don't want to say that these are expectations or these are things you have to do, but these are very highly suggested things to do in order to make you successful, because we've all been in a challenge group. And I know when I was in my first challenge group, or my accountability group, whatever you want to call it, I didn't know anybody in there. I didn't know a single person. I barely knew my coach. And when she was like, oh, you can post your workout. And I was like, what? Like, you want me to post, like, take a picture of my face, like my face, and put it in the group? Like, really? That's the weirdest thing ever. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. But I got in the group. And that first week, like, you saw me posting, you saw Megan posting in the Country Heat group this week, and you saw people starting to rate themselves. And when I was sitting there in the chairs that first week, I saw those pictures, and I was like, oh, I guess it's not so bad. Like, I can just hold my phone like this and just take my picture. Like, it's not a big deal. And so then when I started the workouts, like you guys are going to start tomorrow, I just did it. I just jumped in. I posted my workout. When my workout sucked, I said that. I was like, oh my gosh, that was the hardest thing ever. This was awful. And I had 5 people comment, hey, it's all right. It was hard today. It's Monday. Mondays are always awful. Come back tomorrow. And then I sat there as a challenger, and I'm like, you're right. Like, I can do this tomorrow. I don't need to throw in the towel. And it just picked me up, and it helped encourage me. So that's one of the things that we want you to do. If you are not comfortable yet with the selfies and then taking your own pictures, or how to set self-timer on your phone, that's okay. Just post in there. Just say, hey, I did country swing today. It was really fun. I'm super uncoordinated, but I think I'll get better tomorrow. Okay? So even if you're not okay with posting a picture, just post that you did your workout. Share what you struggled with, what was okay. Maybe what, like, I know somebody said something about the carpet. They're like, oh, the carpet's really difficult, or whatever. Or like the other day, Autumn did a breakdown of one of the moves, and somebody shared it in the group. So things like that, you never know if there's something you're struggling with. I'm sure that there's somebody else that's struggling with that same thing. So one of the things we really want you to do, because this is going to help you get results, it's going to keep you motivated, is to check into the group. So, we can't use that excuse of, well, I don't have time to post on Facebook. That's not true, right? We're all on Facebook. I mean, you probably were on it right before you got in the group. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be a picture. I guarantee you, though, by the end, you will be taking pictures, because it does get kind of addicting. And once you get the angle down of what looks good for you, no, I'm just kidding. But so we want you to show up. We want you to share your workout. We want you to share your Shakeology, what recipe you're using, because we kind of get in a rut of, we kind of have the same thing. And then somebody throws in your recipe out, and maybe you notice, like, the mug or that brownie batter I posted last week. I think, like, everybody that was in the group was like, I'm going to try that. So try something new, post it in the group, because that's what we're here for. We want to share those things. Recipes, if you find something new and you make it, just share it in the group, because every time somebody posts something that I want to try, I always screenshot it. When I have it on my phone, I can go back and I can look for it. So that's another suggestion too, is if there's something you see that you like, screenshot it, because then you don't have to scroll through and try and find it later. You have it right there on your phone. Another thing is your daily stats. So if you work out, at night, or you're more of a checking into the group at night, you could rate your stats for that day. Or, like, probably what I'm going to do is that next morning, because I work out early in the morning, so, like, tomorrow morning I would rate myself for today. Because I don't, like right now, I don't really have anything to post about, so I would do it in that morning or whatever. So jump in there, rate your workout. Did you give it your all? Were you having fun? Did you do your best? Give yourself a 5. If you really struggled, like you just laid down and gave up after the first move, then give yourself a 1, which none of you are going to do, but that would be a suggestion. And then rate your nutrition. So did you get all your containers in? Did you nail it? Did you have no cheats? That would be a 5. You'll see some people will give themselves, like, I saw somebody the other day give themselves a 4.99. And I was like, what does that even mean? Like a 4.99? Did you have like just a little bit more in your yellow than you were supposed to or whatever? Or you'll see a 3. So like I did pretty good, but I could have done a little bit better. And then obviously 1 or 0 would be like you just didn't even get any, you know, or whatever. So kind of rate yourself. You might notice that the more that you get that in your head that you have to do that, then when you want to go grab that doesn't fit in your container, or you want to have that extra tortilla or whatever it might be, you have to think about, well, I have to rate myself. So would I really want to have to admit that I did this when I rate myself to everybody else? So you've got your workout, your nutrition, and then your water. So water, you know, some people really struggle with it and some people do really well with it. So rating yourself on your water, you want to shoot for getting half your body weight in ounces. So if you're 140 pounds, you're shooting for 70 ounces. So if you get 70 ounces, then you got a 5. If you got 35 ounces, then you're probably at a 3 or so, like that. So we used to have you write if you drank your Shakeology or not. So if you didn't post your Shakeology, then put that in your stats too. But if you start posting your Shakeology as a separate thing, you know, then we'll see that and we kind of know. So that's one of the things, is to just be tracking those things and posting that in the group. I don't love it because I'm kind of like, ooh, I was really cool the day before, like when I wake up and have 90 notifications. But then when I click on it and it's all from the challenge group, I'm like, that's awesome. Like, I love that. When I see that so many people have posted or so many people have commented, you know, at first I wake up and I'm like, ooh, somebody liked my post from last night. But no, it's all the challenge group, which is good. That's good, right? So just blow up that newsfeed, blow up the challenge group, add your stuff in there. Because I guarantee you, just having 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6 people comment on it just makes you feel connected and makes you feel a part of the group. So another thing that really helps too, I know Megan's been posting it on that app that she has on her phone for tracking her containers. I would try to look for that. I know if you just search 21 Day Fix app, I know iPhone has like a specific one. But I think if you have like a Samsung or whatever, they have something that's similar. So if that helps to track your containers, I printed off these tally sheets yesterday or today from the Beachbody website. So this is what I plan on using, just to tally that. And then I'm going to take a picture of it every day. Like I'm going to, you can't fib on that, right? I mean, you have to show, so figure out a way that works for you to track those containers, how you're getting them in and going from there. So if you're one of my challengers in the group, I have been talking to you about sending me your before pictures. I've kind of made it a requirement, which is something new. And so if your coach has you doing that too, it's basically just so that we can help keep you accountable and help you reach those goals and know where you want to go. And I know that taking that before picture is the worst thing ever. But 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road, when you look back, you're going to be so glad that you took it. And for me, it was motivation, because I would look at that and I would say, I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want to look like that anymore. And then you have something to compare it to. The scale is not always the best guideline to go by. Sometimes it's how your clothes are fitting, or you know what those pictures, you look at them side by side. And for example, like I know with Megan, when she was one of my first challengers, and she weighed herself, but like she wasn't really too concerned about it. But she took her before and after pictures, and she just went like this. Like you could see her shrink. She lost, gosh, I don't want to say what was wrong. How many inches was it? It was an insane amount of inches in your first
16
round.
and a half.
Yeah, 16 and a half. And so I think she weighed herself, and like the scale didn't move a ton, but I was like 16 and a half inches, and you could just see her slowly just start to lose those inches, and eventually the pounds came. So don't live by that scale. Honestly, weigh yourself tonight or tomorrow. don't touch it again until the end of the 4 weeks. Honest, don't touch it again, because it's so much more than that. It's so much more about how you're feeling, your energy. And to be honest, some of you, maybe you're eating more than what you normally have been. So the scale might take a little while for it to adjust. So yes, I know it's awesome to jump on the scale and kind of track your progress, but don't live and breathe by that. Weigh yourself tomorrow, put it in the closet, and don't pull it out again for 4 more weeks. Just focus on how you're feeling, the workouts, your nutrition. The rest of it will all come into place. So with that, like, nutrition is so crucial. So don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions on your meal plan, how to use the containers. Once you get this booklet, read it cover to cover. And then I carry it with me everywhere. I stick it in my purse or I stick it in my school bag. I always have it with me. So that way if somebody asks a question, or I'm like, crap, is that a red container, or does that count as a green, or is that a yellow, or whatever. Or for example, if you guys noticed in here that half a banana is actually 1 purple. So if you eat a whole banana, that's 2 purples. I don't think I figured that out till like halfway through my second round of the 21-day fix. I was like, oh crap. There was something that Megan noticed. She's like, I've been cheating on something that's good for me, or whatever, something like that. So, just those little things, like sometimes, you think a whole banana, that's a purple. Well, actually half is a purple. So, cut up half of it, freeze the other half, or I give the other half to my daughter. So that's what I do to not waste that half banana. But, nutrition, especially with this program, you guys, is so important. So don't hesitate to reach out with questions. I know for me, I've made it a point to try and really help you guys with nutrition and share more recipes, share more tips for using the containers, and just putting more of accountability on myself in terms of nutrition too. So definitely don't hesitate, because that is the hardest part, I think, for a lot of people, especially with this program. You're going to want to work out. You're going to look forward to that workout, but the nutrition is where it's going to be really critical, I think. So just make sure that you are really focusing in on that. So Megan, do you have anything you want to add?
I guess you covered, sorry, I'm like really dark. I don't know if you can see me. But just like the nutrition part is like super important. Like with the programs that I've done, I've had really good results with them, but at the same time, like, I showed up every day. I pushed play for the 30 minutes or whatever. And the group actually helped me to stay more accountable with my nutrition, because like Aaron would be like, hey, have a Cheeto, or hey, have a cookie. And I'm like, nah, like, I'm good, thanks. Because I knew that I had to like put it in my challenge tracker app, or like rate myself, and somebody that's like just super hard on themselves, like, that's hard for me to do that. That's hard for me to put up a 4 or 3 or whatever. And so when I do put up a 5, I'm like, yes, like, I did that. I got a 5. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I said no to this. And I remember like my first challenge group, with being a teacher and stuff, it was super hard because like the teacher's lounge is always full of something. And I remember, that one day we got back to school and everybody went out to eat. They went to Pizza Ranch, and when I sat in there and had our lunch instead. And I remember doing that. And I remember like, having that support and knowing that like saying no to something else it's okay. It's okay. I'll be okay if I don't have a cookie or something. Or people just started to, like, at first with my husband, I was like, no, I don't want one. He'd like look at me like, what? You don't want one? And now he just doesn't really ask me, because he understands and he like respects the fact that I'm, trying to better myself and stuff. And I don't know, like with the nutrition and stuff, like if you stick to it, the scale is definitely something that I don't ever really look at anymore, I guess. I do, step on it every once in a while, but one thing that will beat you down at the beginning if you do is step on the scale every single day, trying to figure out, like what's happening with my body. I had some girls, just message me and say like day 1, day 2, day 3. I'm like, here's the thing, get off of the scale. It's not gonna change within 2 days. And if it does, like, we're not doing something right. And so, like Kylie said, measure and weigh yourself tonight or tomorrow morning, and don't look at that thing until the end, because it's amazing the transformation that your body takes. And I remember when I weighed myself at the end of my first round of the fix, and I think I lost like either 3 or 6 pounds. It was not anything that I was like thought would happen. And I was so down on myself because like the scale didn't change at all really. And then when I measured myself and I was adding them all up and I'm like, this can't be right. I'm like 16 and a half inches. Like that can't be right. And so just like to know that inches is so much better than, just losing pounds, because like my husband mentioned, like you could lose a couple pounds tonight just from, your water weight or something like that. And it's inches that really like shows and really makes that difference. And the reason you get inches, that you shed inches, I guess I should say, is because of the nutrition, because of how you're eating, because you're changing, you're making that lifestyle change. And I was just reading an article today because I'm trying to like beat that into my own head that inches are way more important, is your body is changing for the long run. If you lose pounds, you're more likely to gain them back quicker. If you lose inches, it takes a lot longer for you to gain those inches back because of the fact, that you are changing from the inside out. And like with the Country Heat, and like Kylie said, the nutrition in this program is like, it's going to be essential. And with you adding in cardio every single day and burning your calories, you're going to want to eat. And that's good because this program is super awesome for you to be able to eat, throughout the day and not starve yourself and not feel like you don't have anything. And so just being active in the group and just holding yourself accountable. And I mean, I'm really pushing. I'm saying to myself, you know what, I've got so many days I can do this. And I just want to get the best results that I can. So just know we're all here pushing you. We're all here challenging you, but we're also here to support you. And if you do have a bad day, like she said, post it. Everybody has a bad day. So.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Last thing I wanted to show you guys before I open it up for questions is this is something new that we're trying, and we're trying it with you guys. But for the last few months in our challenge groups, our regular challenge groups before this, we would go through and track people's posts. So like we would track when you post your workout, your Shakeology, and we kind of did a point system. And then whoever had the most points at the end of the week, they won a little prize. And so it was a lot of work kind of on our end to track it for you guys. And I was talking to a coach when we were in Nashville, and she goes, well, I have this spreadsheet, and then my challengers go in and keep track of their points. And she's like, so then that just steps up their accountability. Like if they want the points, they have to post and then go track it. And me being a teacher, I'm like, that makes sense. Like if I put it in your hands and make you accountable for your posting and your results, that just puts more of that on you. And so I am letting go of control and I'm giving it to you guys. But I want to show you what it looks like. And I don't have it. It'll be ready to go for tomorrow. But here's what it looks like. And I got to change the names and stuff. So it'll be, so if you take your before pictures, you automatically get 10 points. So if you've taken your pictures and you've sent them to your coach, you can add a 10 point right here. And then category 1, did you do your daily workout and then post it in the group? So again, you can post a sweaty selfie, or if you want to just post that you did your workout and talk about it, that is fine too to start out. So then you would get a point for that. And you can mark Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every day that you get that. Did you drink your Shakeology? Okay, that's a point. Category 3, did you take a photo of at least one of your meals or post a collage in the group to give others ideas? And you get 2 points for that. So sharing a recipe, posting your food, maybe posting a snack or something like that, that will give you 2 points. And you have the chance to do that every single day. And then the 4th category is to comment on at least 3 posts in the group to uplift and encourage the other challengers. And if you do that, at least 3 posts, then you would get 2 points for that day. So you can, I don't know why there's a 3 there. Anyways, so you can add up all your points and then keep your total. And then at the end of the group, end of each week, we'll kind of see who has the most points. And then I do have little giveaways and that kind of thing that we can do. So I will make sure to get this edited and get it adjusted for our group and post that in the page tomorrow. Hopefully it's not too big of a deal to share that document with you guys. So yeah, so we're going to try that out, see how it works. So basically what I would do is just post in the Facebook group and then go right to the, click on this sheet and update your points and stuff. Or if you just keep a tally on yourself and then you just go in and do it all at one time, we'll just kind of roll with it and see how it goes. But I'm letting go of control and giving it to you guys to take your own accountability and everything into your own hands. So, but yeah, so like I said, as soon as I get the chance to edit it or create my own, I will make sure to get that in the group for tomorrow. So that's all I have. So I will open it up to you guys if you have specific questions about the meal plan, about the workouts. The floor is your guys's.
Here's just a question I had somebody ask. So I know there's no equipment or anything that's needed. You don't really need a ton of room, to do the workouts, but they were asking about that one day that has the conditioning. Remember that we did in the hotel room? She just asked if there was any equipment needed for that. And I said no, but I said at the same time, if you want to add weight that day, that might be a good idea. I think it's like the 6th video or something, or like the 5th one, they have it's called like conditioning or country heat conditioning or something. And she mentioned, it doesn't have any weight. You're not required to use weight. But then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I wonder if I would just add 5 pounds, like holding on to 5-pound weights or something while I'm doing some of these moves. Mm-hmm. And I don't see why not, I guess.
I wonder, like weighted gloves. I thought about that the other day, like weighted
like
gloves.
A jacket. Yeah, or those. Because like some of them, we did squats, we did lunges, and I just figured if you could throw in weight, anywhere, it's probably not bad to add weight in. But
I would say probably that one would be the best one to do that.
Yeah, not like the other dance moves, but
yeah, the other ones, I think I think your arms would get tired. But that's a good one. Yeah. I have a bigger space kind of, but really you can do it in as much as you need. You just put your move. And I will tell you guys too, I noticed this because this week you'll do country swing tomorrow and Tuesday. And then you'll do giddy up Wednesday, Thursday, and then you'll do country swing on Friday, and you'll do giddy up again on Saturday. The first day you do it, so like tomorrow, if you get frustrated, if you feel like you didn't feel like you maybe got the best workout, or you're like, wow, I really can't dance, wait till Tuesday. Because Tuesday comes around, and it gets a little bit better. It gets a little bit easier. You remember the moves. And then Wednesday will come around with giddy up. And you'll be like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm not kidding you. Wednesday when I did this, I was like, I don't think I can do this. Because it's more of right, left. And I'm sitting at the screen like, what? And then Thursday came around and I did it again. And I was like, oh, okay, this came a little bit easier. Same thing Friday and then same thing today when I did it. It will get easier each time you do it. And not that it's easier, but I was able to push myself more, I guess, because I kind of had a better chance of the moves. And to be honest, I follow the modifier for some of them because I don't want to bounce as much. I don't want to jump as much. So I follow the modifier. Or the wonky feet one, so I just walk forward, walk backward. I'm good to go. So just know if you do follow the modifier, I'm still following her too. Or sometimes I'll just stand in place and squat. The one where they're turning in a circle, it makes me dizzy. So I just stood there and squatted while they were doing that. So as long as you're moving, you're still moving and you're doing better than watching. So, you guys excited for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Those of you that, when you got your challenge pack, if you don't have it in the mail yet, I had one of the girls post in our group that she didn't have her kit yet. And I just reminded her that you can go onto your Beachbody on demand and you can do your workout tomorrow, even though you don't have the actual DVD. And so then if you need help logging in there, just reach out to your coach and they'll help you. But I know Emily posted it in the group today. She just said, hey, my kit's not here yet. And so she can just go on her Beachbody on demand and you can just stream it from your computer or your phone or wherever. So.
Are you allowed to have more than one Shakeology a day, or is it just really recommended you just have one a day?
I've heard no more than 2.
Okay.
That's just kind of what I've been told from like my coach and other coaches, is that it's okay to have 2, but they said probably no more than 2.
Okay.
Good question.
Is tomorrow the last day to sign people up for this group? Like if we get people to sign up like Wednesday, is there like a cutoff that you guys are doing?
Yeah, probably. We're going to actually open up another country heat group on the 22nd. So
Okay.
if you have anybody from here on out that wants to try out country heat, I would have them hold off until the 22nd. So,
Okay.
yeah. Because this group, we've kind of been talking and doing preseason last week and stuff. So, yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, if there are no other questions, I will let you guys go.
Oh, hey, yes. Did you want to share with them about the video on if anyone has Instagram or Twitter sharing the video?
Oh, like the $1,000 a day?
Yeah, that starts tomorrow, I think.
Do you know the official rules? Because I haven't.
Yeah. Okay, so I think it's a minute. I have to double check. I thought it said 50 some seconds, but if you do a video of either you or a family member or somebody doing country heat and you post it on Instagram or Twitter. So like, let's say if my mom was in this group, she would be like, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Twitter, but my sisters do. And so like they could post it, for her or something. But if you have an Instagram account or a Twitter account, you can post your video in like the social media page, and all you have to do is hashtag contest and hashtag country heat, and you get put into a drawing to win $1,000, and they're going to give it away every single day. So if you don't have Twitter, I'm sorry. Like, I know that's kind of a new thing. I don't have Twitter, but I do have Instagram. But just a chance to get into a drawing to win $1,000 by just posting a video. So that's, it's an option if you do have Instagram or Twitter. If you don't have it and you're not really into doing social media stuff, that's totally fine. But I did want to put that out there in case somebody does have it.
I was looking at Carl's post that I had shared it on my like page, and it just says it has to be under 1 minute.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. So.
And I'm pretty sure it has to be you and your family, right? I think that's kind of.
Yeah, it can be you or with you and your family members. Yep. So that's always an option too if you want to win $1,000 or try, I guess.
Why not?
Yeah.
So, and that starts tomorrow through the end of the month?
Yep.
Through the 30%.
The whole month. Yep.
Awesome.
So.
Sweet. Alrighty. Well, we will let you guys go and get some rest because you're going to want it for your first day tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It is really fun. Like I thought I would be singing more, but actually I'm trying to focus more on what I'm doing. So today was the first day where I was actually kind of singing along and stuff, but.
Oh, wait, sorry, I just had someone message me. On the front part, it says country swing breakdown, and then it says country swing. Mm-hmm. Which one of those do they do?
The breakdown it breaks down the moves. So that's 10 to 15 minutes of Autumn going over the moves and teaching them to you. But then the actual country swing is then the entire workout. So, I haven't done the breakdown yet, but I think this week with routine 3 and 4, it's going to be a little bit more. Routine 2, I would maybe say do the breakdown. Country swing she goes pretty slow that you can learn it while she's doing it. But I know routine 3 and 4 picks up a little bit. So if you have that extra 10 to 15 minutes, it's probably good to just kind of add it in and try to to learn them a little bit better. Routine 2, wouldn't you say, Megan? I would almost recommend it for that, just because some of those moves, I'm like,
Yeah, I think like the giddy up one, I think it was okay. Like some of the moves I just watched and then I did some of them. But I know like country swing, everyone should be pretty fine with just doing the regular ones. But
yeah, that one was pretty basic. And then I know for week, so I would say country swing, you're probably okay to just go right to the workout, but giddy up, if you have time, I would watch the breakdown. I don't even know for sure how long the breakdown is for the moves, but
someone said something about 23 minutes. I didn't know if that was what that was, but okay.
that's almost longer than the workout.
Yeah, that's why I'm pretty sure that's what she asked. So, okay.
Yeah, no, and to be honest, like, it depends. If you're a pretty quick picker-upper on stuff, I would just not do it. But if you have time, I mean, it's just extra time to learn the moves and stuff, but
Yeah.
so, good question. And the turn it up option makes the music louder, so if you don't want to hear Autumn as much.
I was jamming out outside on Saturday.
I forgot I had it on the turn it up this morning, and I was like, how come I can't hear her? I'm like, oh yeah, I muted you. No. You'll notice some of the backup dancers, like you'll find one that's your favorite, and then you aspire to be like them. Like today I noticed the African American girl. I'm like, oh, I hope I look like you when I'm done with this. Like her moves. I think it's their hair down though. When they put their hair down, it makes the moves look better.
But then I would just sweat all over my face. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, you guys, thank you so much for jumping on. Hopefully this helps get you ready to go for tomorrow. I will get this up on YouTube and share it in the group, so that way those that couldn't jump on will be able to kind of to watch. But just know that we're here for you. We want you to succeed. We've all been there, and we're doing this right along with you. Even though we started our first week last week, now we can tell you, what moves to look for and what things maybe we struggled with. But we're doing this right along with you. And I had some people today, they told me on my video, they're like, you look so coordinated. And I'm like, no, it's the third time I've done it. Like, and I picked the best moves to put on Facebook. I'm not going to put one of me looking like an idiot. So, but just know that each time you'll get better. And as long as you are moving and you're having fun, that's all that matters. And if you need to squat in place, just squat in place. Or you need to just follow the modifier, know that I'm following her half the time too. So, but I'm excited for you guys. We'll see your sweaty selfies tomorrow. Don't be afraid to post a picture. It's fun. Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, have a great night. We will see you